My mom ranked all 4 of her children from favorite to least favorite at Christmas dinner, so we ranked her best moments as a mother. It was Christmas dinner at my parents' house, and all 4 of us kids were there with our spouses. Mom pushed her plate away and pulled a handwritten list from her pocket. She said, "I'm going to rank all 4 of my children from favorite to least favorite, and I don't care who cries, and nobody speaks until I'm completely finished." She cleared her throat and said, "Number 4, my least favorite child is my son." She held up her phone and started reading his unanswered texts out loud, going back 2 years and counting the days between each one. My brother said, "Mom, I've been busy with work and the kids." But Mom held up her hand and said, "I didn't ask for excuses and I'm not done yet, so sit there and think about every single time you chose literally anything else over me." I reached under the table and grabbed my brother's hand to keep him from walking out. Mom said, "Number 3 is my older daughter," and my sister immediately rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, I can't wait to hear this one." Mom smiled and said, "I'm so glad you're excited because I prepared extensively for this moment." She pulled out a second piece of paper and started listing every single time my sister had asked her for money, with exact dollar amounts and exact dates, going back almost a decade. She read out a loan from 2019 for $3,400. My sister said, "I paid that back," but Mom kept reading. She read out a loan from 2021. My sister said, "That was from a credit card," but Mom just smiled. My sister said, "How do you know all of this?" And Mom ignored her. My sister stood up like she was going to leave, and Mom said, "Sit back down unless you want me to read out what you borrowed last month." My sister sat down. I pulled out my phone under the table and texted our sibling group chat. How does she know this stuff? Then Mom folded up her papers and said, "I also know about the little phone call you all had last month where you discussed setting boundaries with me." I looked down at my phone and watched 3 typing bubbles appear and disappear as my siblings realized what I just realized. My youngest sister reached across the table too quickly and knocked over her water glass. Mom said, "Number 2 is you," and pointed at me. She said, "I am so sorry that you wasted your best years on a man who will never be good enough for this family." My husband's hands curled into fists on the table, but I couldn't look at him because Mom was already saying, "He told you that you were being crazy during that fight last month, didn't he? And you said you felt like you were losing your mind." And he said maybe you were. Those were the